The signs of doomsday. Exclusive explanations from the Archangel Gabriel, the Holy Spirit, about the signs of doomsday, conveyed by Leah Eden. God's answer regarding the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines MH370. God's revelation. And I indicate the process of doomsday that besieges this earth through an incident of the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines MH370, which has been cited long ago in the Holy Quran, chapter Yasin verses 49 and 50. If it is not happen that way, human beings realize not that they are in the threat of doomsday. Precisely, it is the shifting of the Earth's magnetic pole, which is proper to be suspected in relation to the occurrence of disasters, the accidents of aircrafts and ships, as well as deadly accidents that happen consecutively on the ground. Such is also the calamities of the mass death of birds and fishes that were stranded because they were gone astray or exposed to nuclear radiation, or which caused by bacteria that have mutated. And I explained this to my messenger, Leah Eden, so that she would be trusted as not perverted, and that she is truly my messenger. And I reveal all to her, and I command her to write down the Holy Book of Eden, so all the inhabitants of this earth can be directed to my stipulation, that it is my salvation to move to a new earth. And that is the heaven that I promise unto the inhabitants of this earth, so they will to sanctify themselves, and I will to save whomsoever is holy. For truly I will not to salvage the wicked people and the sinners, only holy people whom I accept in my heaven. The promising heaven is a salvation to the new earth. And if I promise that heaven is in the hereafter, there is none of my court of justice that can be held in the hereafter, which I could carry out to determine whom I shall accept in my heaven. There is no criterion of law of sanctification of the spirit of the death. There is no illness that could cause agony. There is no combustion that vanishes the fortune. There is no judgment that brings humiliation. And there is no spirit that could be tortured and feel the pain. With that reason, I deny that hell's torment is in the hereafter, and happiness of heaven is in the social life in the hereafter. There is no grave's torment for flesh and bones that have been left by the spirit, for it cannot feel anything. Supposedly, humankind understands that the spirit cannot be hurt and tortured. Torment and blessing exist only in the real life. Heaven on earth is the glory of holy people that are chosen to be accepted in heaven, and whom I give my mandates and trust to fight for a holy endeavor in heaven. And there all whom I bring announced prayer, and the help of Eden's miracle, and they are always happy with their own works in heaven. Therefore, there is no torment or blessing in the hereafter, or a heaven in the human's life. Thus I declare that heaven is the institution of my salvation, when I carry out my court of justice on the days before the doomsday. And I will not bring down heaven before I bring forth hell, and I bring forth hell to carry out retribution upon sins. For truly I will not to save the wicked people and the sinners, only the holy people I shall accept in my heaven. God has stated His words in the Holy Quran, chapter Yasin, verses 49 and 50, that the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines MH370 is one of the signs of doomsday, and the disappearance of that aircraft is caused by the vortex of magnetic pole shifting of this Earth, which is interacting with the black hole's magnetic field that stretches to the body of the aircraft. This Earth has become the target of black hole due to the existence of anomaly of the changing of the Earth's magnetic field. God's stipulation can be ascertained as one of the prominent signs of doomsday process, for that incident is related to the intervention of black hole, which has approached this Earth. Therefore, that incident is heeded by God and is mentioned in the Holy Quran, chapter Yasin, verses 49 and 50.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ma yanzuruna illa sayhatan wahidatan ta'khuzuhum wa hum yakhisimun. فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون. صدق الله العظيم.
The Holy Quran, chapter Yasin, verses 49 and 50. Verse 49. They do not await except one blast, which will seize them while they are disputing. Verse 50. And they will not be able to give any instruction, nor to their people can they return. As for the verse 49 describes the panic situation happened amongst all of the passengers and airline's crews. They all screamed simultaneously with a very loud scream due to their fearfulness and panic situation. And truly all people have been worried by the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines MH370. The unanswered disappearance has caused disputes amongst the victims' families and Malaysia Airlines and the government of Malaysia. thus also amongst investigator countries, which always ended in uncertainty. And when the evidence showed that the transponder was off and the existence of the aircraft was not detected by the radar, such is the term used in chapter Yasin, verse 50, in the sentence, "They will not be able to give any instruction." This verse is meant that the crew of the airlines failed to give the sign of SOS and stating Mayday before the aircraft disappeared for good. Thus, none of all passengers of the aircraft had a chance and was able to contact their own family. Actually, it is the pressure of magnetic field which has caused all equipment in that ill-fated aircraft were dysfunction. Thus, all crews and passengers of the aircraft were able not to give any message to their families. And they were able not to go back to their families even if only their corpse. Hopefully, God's explanation regarding the fate of Malaysia Airlines MH370 through the explicit meaning of chapter Yasin verses 49 and 50 could provide fortitude for the country and the nation of Malaysia and all the victims' families.